Good morning. Welcome to the Blogstar Challenge, day 1. It's morning here. I guess it's probably evening in some places and afternoons other places. So I'm just going to wait a minute or two to see who pops on. I'm excited. We have, I think it was like 30 women RSVP to attend live today. So we'll hang out and wait for them to come for just a minute. While we're waiting, if you didn't download the notes sheet for today, that came in your email this morning, or I posted it in the group with a link to where you can go and download it. So take care of that while we wait just a minute. Hi, I see somebody here. As you come in, pop in your location. Tell me how you're doing today. Just let me know that you're here, okay? So I can say hi to you. Hello, I'm gonna put my glasses on too so I can see. Hi, Ken, how are you? Thank you for being here. And Michelle, hi Michelle. Good to see you. Northern California. I'm in Southern California. I am halfway between LA and Palm Springs. Hey Michelle, how's the weather? You're in Rhode Island, right? I'm glad you're excited, yay. I am too. Caitlin from Canada. Hi Caitlin, welcome. So happy you're here. So while we're waiting, maybe pop in the comments the number one thing that you're hoping to learn this week during the Blogstar Challenge. Hey Amber, love the new last name there, girl. Amber just got married. Was I supposed to say that? Welcome Amber, I'm glad you're here. Amber, did you get my note regarding the email sequence that you asked about? I left a link for MailChimp on there for you. Connecticut. Okay, Michelle. Finally stopped raining. Cold and rainy tomorrow. Well, you know what? We woke up to rain this morning here in Southern California, so you're not alone. It's probably colder where you are, though. Oops, sorry. So make sure. Okay, Amber, it's I commented, I think it was either late last night or this morning, so check that out. Make sure you have some water. Hey Jane, welcome. Glad you're here. And Tiffany, hi Tiffany. Oh, I love seeing my girls. So happy to have all of you. Yeah, so grab some water, download the homework, or not the homework, but the notes sheet that I sent to you today in your email, or I posted it in the group, so either way, just click the link and download it. Hey, Sarah. Yay, you made it live. You are ready to go, right? You're gonna make this happen. I'm happy to have you here. So yeah, grab some water, say hi to each other, interact. Hey, Tiffany. Tiffany, I saw 2 hummingbirds this morning on my walk with my dogs, and I thought of you. They were high up in a tree buzzing around. It was so cute. They were happy it was raining, I think. Yes, Sarah is ready. I'm glad you're in a good place now, Sarah, to really focus on this, because we're going to get that blog launched this week or by the 1st of June, right? And going to get you started. Excited for all of you. It's super hot in the UK. Oh, it's not like summer there. We have the same seasons, right, Jane? I know Australia is like opposite, but I think the UK is fine. Or same, not fine. You are fine. We're all fine. All right, girls. This week, you're going to get your blog launch this week, Sarah. Yay. Jenny is in Mexico. She's in Cancun. Nice. Yes, it's spring. Okay, Jane, we're in the same season then. Jenny, what are you doing in Mexico? Are you living there, or are you just vacationing there? All right, one more time I'm going to say make sure you have the download for today's training. It came in your email or it's in the group. You can just click the link and print it. I personally enjoy writing in my notebook more than taking notes on separate pieces of paper, simply because that way I have everything in one place and it helps me cut down on the clutter on my desk, because I tend to have a lot of clutter on my desk. So anytime I can prevent that from happening, I do that. So if you are that same type of person who wants to just write in your notebook, that's totally fine. But last challenge, I did have requests to have handouts so that they could follow along via the notes. So that's why those are there. It's a tool for you to use if you choose to, but if you're fine without it, then no problem. You don't have to do that at all. Hey, Natalie. I see one strand of hair. It's bugging me. I don't know which way it's coming from. Okay, Jenny, you live here, but you work on cruise ships, and you're leaving at the end of June. Jenny's in Cancun. Before that, you will go to Bangkok. Well, nice. I love that. You're seeing the world. Make sure you share pictures with us. Okay, sorry. I see this. Maybe it's stuck to my glasses. It's so distracting. Oh, goodness. Okay. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. People will probably continue to pop on, but I want to make sure that I am aware of the time, because I know that you're all super busy. And I'm honored that you chose to spend an hour with me today, because I know that there's 1,000,001 things that you could be doing instead. So thank you. Thank you so much for being here. And I want to encourage you to turn off any distractions, close down all the other browser tabs if you're on your computer. And if you can, close the door if you're at home with kids or something, and just really try and focus on everything that we talk about today, because this piece that we're going to talk about today is the number one thing that's going to help you sustain a long-term blog. And we'll get to that in a few moments. But I just want to make sure that you're really focused and you're really allowing yourself to absorb the information that's here. And of course, you can always go back and watch the replay if something comes up where you have to jump off. But try to stay on if you can. The energy of a live training with the audience participation is so much more impactful than just watching a video later when it's not actually live, okay? I do want to remind you, I did say in the emails, one of the emails that I sent to you, that I can't read a thing without my glasses on. So I see some of you commenting there, and I will come back to those periodically throughout the training. Please don't think that I'm ignoring you, but go ahead and as we go through, if you have comments or questions that you want to chime in, do so at that time so you don't forget them. But just know that I'm not ignoring you, okay? All right, so let's make sure that as a group, we are supporting each other. So as we go through the challenge this week and we're putting things into the group, let's make sure that we're encouraging each other, offering feedback if people have questions, and just being there to support each other, because you guys really are what are going to make this challenge special. And you've already done so. This weekend, it was super busy. We had a bunch of stuff going on, and I didn't get into the group as much as I would like to have. And you guys had really taken off by commenting and helping each other and offering support and feedback regarding some of the branding questions and the other things that you have been posting. So thank you for making this group a supportive group. I absolutely love that, and I'm so excited to be working with all of you. Okay, so let me introduce myself to you before we get into the content, just so you kind of know a little bit more about me. A lot of you are new to me, and some of you even just signed up this morning. So Thank you for being here. My name is Tammy Gibson. I live in Southern California. I am married for 25 years, and I have a stepdaughter who is pregnant with our first grandchild, and we're super excited about that. And then we together, my husband and I, have a 17-year-old, just turned 17-year-old son and a 13-year-old daughter. So we have our hands full with driving these kiddos all over the place. My son doesn't have his driver's license yet, and we're okay with that because, as you know, Southern California, or you've heard, Southern California has a lot of traffic, and it's not that easy to navigate. So we're okay with him staying off the road for another year or so. So I have been blogging for 12 years. A Mom in Red High Heels is my fashion and beauty blog for those of you that don't know. And Tammy Gibson Online is my business branding and blogging website. And that is currently the business that I'm building right now. I still have my blog and I still talk about beauty and fashion. But right now my key focus is on Tammy Gibson Online. So you can check out both of those. During my 12 years of blogging, I have worked with different brands like Coach, Whirlpool, DKNY, HP, Vivian Tam, Kohl's, Sears, Macy's, a bunch of different department stores. And that's been really exciting to work with them in various ways. I've done photo shoots with Macy's, Kohl's, Sears, and Walgreens. Walgreens was actually a video shoot, and that was super exciting as well. I have been to Paris, France, to New York City multiple times for my blog, to Boston, to Chicago. So I've had a bit of traveling because of my blog. It wouldn't have happened without my blog. So it's really been an exciting 12 years for me with a lot of experiences. And that experience and that time that I put into my blog has now led me to doing two types of coaching. I do style coaching with a Mom in Red High Heels, and I'm currently working with a local rock band, so that's super exciting. So I'm dressing them to kind of elevate their style so they can get some higher paying gigs. So that's super fun. And then the blog coaching. It led me to blog coaching because I have so much experience and time invested online. I know a thing or two, and I'm excited to share that with you and help you develop your blog to become a business or to support an existing business. So that's why I'm here today, because I have things to share and I'm excited about it and I want to share it with you. So let's get started by learning what a blog star is. You're all here because you want to be a blog star, right? You wouldn't have signed up if you just wanted to do it as a passive hobby. So you're really here because you want to turn a blog into a business or support an existing business. So a blog star is a woman who's passionate and she wants to share her expertise and her personality to make an impact on the world. And I think that that is the key difference between a blog star and an influencer. An influencer is someone who is popular, okay? She has put herself out there and people like what she's doing. I'm thinking of Instagram influencers in particular because they have really taken off in the last few years on Instagram. It's this very huge thing. And I'm glad that you're here to become a blog star instead of an influencer. And we'll talk about why in just a moment. But just know that as a blog star, the key component there is to make a difference in this world. And just based on what I've read in the comments and you're introducing yourself to me through the group, you are all here to make an impact. I'm super excited about that. So let's talk about influencer versus blog star a little bit. And why not social media? Now, don't get me wrong, social media is a huge component to help you market your blog. You're not going to just completely neglect social media once you start your blog. You still need it They work hand in hand, and they work to support. But to do social media exclusively to become an influencer or to build your business, you're going to miss out on a few key components. So let's talk about why not social media 100% of the time. So first of all, you don't own social media. Okay, you don't. You do not have control of the algorithms. You don't have control how people view your content or how often it's seen within a follower's feed. You don't control the changes that they make constantly. I don't care what social media it is. You're always getting updates on how things have changed. As soon as you get an understanding of, oh, this is working for me, they go and change it. Most recently, they changed how hashtags were viewed on Instagram. So if you go to search a hashtag, now there's two different tabs. There's the top people, and then there is the more recent posts. So if you're searching hashtag, style blogger, then the top people are going to come up, and they are the ones that already have a huge influence. And then you and I are over here on recent content, and we're not getting seen as much because people don't understand that change occurred, and so they're only seeing, the bigger posts. So it's changed the way that we get viewed on Instagram, because hashtags are how people find you pretty much, right? On Instagram. That's why we work so hard to get the right hashtags. So you don't get control over that. Marky Z gets control over that. He is in charge of Facebook and he's in charge of Instagram, and it's not your piece of the World Wide Web. Okay, social media is not easily searchable. Instagram in particular, which I know a lot of you are on and actively use, you can search hashtags, you can search names, but you can't search like keyword terms. So if I am looking for good skincare for aging skin, right, I can't just pop that into the search bar. I have to know a hashtag. And then it comes up to, say, a Rodan & Fields page. Now I got to search all of her posts to see which one she's talking about anti-aging skincare. It's just not simple. You have to do a lot of digging on Instagram. So how many of you get frustrated with searching Instagram to try and find someone or something that you're specifically looking for? Can you give me some hearts on that? Or some sad faces maybe, because it's frustrating to us. Does anybody get frustrated searching? And then on Facebook, a few people, there we go. Facebook, it's a little bit more searchable, but it's not, if I search blogs or bloggers or something like that, every single sentence that has the word blog or bloggers in it pops up as a search result. So it doesn't really narrow it down as much, and it's harder for people to find you. We'll get into the blog searchability in a minute. Just know that social media is not as searchable as if you have your own piece of the World Wide Web. Okay, social media jail. Okay, if you are exclusively trying to build a business, so you're a coach or you have a product or a service, and you are trying to build your business via social media exclusively, what happens is social media is designed to keep people on it, to keep people interacting, and that's why they're constantly changing those algorithms, because they're trying to tweak, and it's their business, so they have the right to do it, but they're trying to tweak how to keep you engaged and interactive on their platform and not leave. So if your clients are finding you on social media, they're not as likely to click over to actually see your website. And there's a lot that you have to put into it, and we'll, maybe talk about that a little bit going further into the challenge about how you use social media for your blog content. But just know that if you don't have a place for people to be able to, Google you and click and find you, they're getting stuck in social media jail. It's just going down the rabbit hole, and they click and they, keep looking. You know how it is. You get on social media to just check real quick or post real quick, and you end up spending 30 minutes on there. So that's what's happening to your clients and your potential clients and customers. And why not social media? If you're planning on long-term success, you can't count on social media for being around. Now, it doesn't seem like Facebook and Instagram are going anywhere. YouTube, Pinterest, Twitter, they all are pretty stable. The Polyvore, which was a social media collage making platform that I used for years and years, literally sold and disappeared in a day without really giving anybody a heads up. All of a sudden I go and it redirects me to a retail website, the website that purchased the polyvore.com. So all of my collages that I made were suddenly gone. I didn't have access to them anymore. And I didn't really use it to build a community, but thousands of women did lose their community. So you don't want that happening to you. So if you're thinking about long-term business, you want to avoid totally putting all of your eggs in one basket of social media, okay? I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with Boss Babes. Now, they are pretty much exclusively Instagram. They do have a Facebook and they do have an email list, but they built their business on Instagram. They do not have a website per se. They have some landing pages to opt in and that type of thing. But if Instagram just decided one day that they were no longer going to be, Boss Babes would take a huge hit to their business. Even though it's been very lucrative for them, they've built a huge community. Hopefully they've built a huge email list so they can still stay in touch. It's still a huge risk in my personal opinion. So those are the reasons why not to rely on social media 100% to build your business. So let's talk about why blogging. Why should you put your time and effort into building a blog? And I know that you want to build a blog. That's why you're here. But hopefully some of these tips that I'm going to give you right here are going to solidify your decision. So if you're kind of on the fence about it, hopefully you're going to say yes to blogging after we talk about this. So again, we talked about long-term success not being on social media. Long-term success can be on your blog. You own that piece of real estate on the World Wide Web. That is your home. That is your place to be. And it can be there for as long as you are willing to keep that content going and as long as you are willing to pay for your hosting, right? To keep it alive. So if you're thinking long-term success, a blog is a great thing to have. The searchability, okay, we talked about social media not being easy to search. Well, a blog specifically is easy to search. Your blog comes up in Google searches or Yahoo searches if you are doing good SEO, which is search engine optimization. And those are basically just keywords. So you're putting keywords within your blog post that your ideal reader is going to be searching for, so that when she searches those keywords on Google, your blog is going to pop up and now she can come and find you. And then she gets to your blog and she's like, oh, well, I want to see if maybe she's talking about such and such also. So then she can search those key terms right there on your blog because you're going to have a search function for her. So it keeps her going in the rabbit hole on your website instead of the rabbit hole on social media. You own your content and you own how it's going to be viewed. So if you want to put the full 100% blog post, or if you just want to put a snippet, however you want to do the blog layout, that's up to you. And you don't have to worry about social media changing how your feed looks and to others. And blogging is a powerful tool for business, including ladies who are in direct sales. like Rodan & Fields, Plexus, Mary Kay, Cabby, and any of those others. So if you are in a direct sales business, can you give me some hearts? I want to see who here is doing a direct sales business. Now, I don't run it as a business, but I am a part of both Plexus and Young Living Oils. So eventually, maybe I'll bring those in to what I'm doing. All right, awesome. I see some hearts. So we got some direct sales ladies. Very good. Okay, so for you ladies, direct sales is an awesome opportunity, and I love the opportunity. I think it's fantastic how you can build a business online now and do it from home, and you don't have to stock product, and you don't have to fill your garage with product, and you don't have to do as many home parties, though you may still have that as part of your business plan. But a blog is where you really get to showcase your expertise and your personality, because there's I forget the number now, but 250,000 Rodan & Fields consultants, for example. What is going to make you stand out from all of those other consultants that are worldwide? Why would someone choose to buy from you rather than from someone else? Or why wouldn't they just go to Rodan & Fields' home site and purchase from there? So when you have a blog and you get to showcase your talent, your expertise, your personality, and people begin to know, like, and trust you, and you get to showcase your products and how your products are used and that you are personally using them, then it's going to really give your audience that, give them the reason why they want to buy from you instead of anybody else. Okay, so that's how you can use a blog. How about if you were a coach? Can you give me some hearts? Any type of coach: fitness coach, spiritual coach, business coach, life coach, blogging coach, social media coach. If you're any type of coach, give me some hearts. I think we have quite a few of them. Quite a few coaches in the group. Awesome. Thank you. So what you can use your blog for to complement your coaching business is to really show people how you solve problems within your coaching industry. How is your technique different than the next business coach's technique or the next fitness coach's technique? So again, just like with the direct sales ladies, you are building that know, like, and trust factor through your blog. And you might also get the same question from every client that you work with. And so you can really just redirect them to a resource on your blog, to a post that you've already done that solves that problem. So you're not having to constantly repeat the information because you know it's a common problem. And that resource is going to not only help your existing clients, but it's going to help potential clients, because they're going to read it and they're going to go, wow, if she gives this much great content for free, imagine what I'm going to get from her when I pay her and work with her one-on-one or within a group coaching situation. Okay, so you're really just building up your expertise. All right, how many of you are retail owners? So you either own a boutique online or you have a brick and mortar. Give me some hearts if you are a retail owner. Or it could be a service, like if you provide, tailoring or car repair, or any of that type of thing. All right, we got one or two. Not as many, but that's okay. How you can use the blog to help your business is because you are going to be showcasing your products, how to use your products, how to use your services if it's a service-based business, and why people want to choose to buy from you rather than someone else. So again, it's developing that know, like, and trust factor. If you have a clothing company, you're not going to talk about your clothes every single blog post. You're going to maybe think about what the lifestyle of your ideal reader is, of your ideal customer, and you're going to talk about that lifestyle. You're going to give her valuable information that correlates with the product that you offer, but you're not going to be really spammy and talking about your product all the time. So you want to give value within the interests of your ideal customer on your blog. And then, of course, your blog can then link to specific products that can help and relate to whatever you're talking about, okay? All right, if you are passionate about a topic that you want to share with the world, give me some hearts. And I think, hopefully, that's all of you. So if you're just passionate about something, or you've gone through something, you've experienced something in your life, and you came through it, you were a survivor of it, an overcomer. Good, I see lots of hearts and likes, thank you. Then you want to share how you got through that. You want to help. You're, a heart-centered woman who wants to use your experience to help others overcome that same or similar situation. And the way that you're going to use your blog is to showcase your message and showcase your personality. And down the road, you might be able to build a business out of it. I have a few tricks up my sleeve how you can create a business. But perhaps right now you're just interested in getting the message out there because you're passionate about helping others get through whatever it is. And it might not be something that they overcame. It might just be you're passionate about gardening, or passionate about pets, or passionate about kids, or homeschooling. You could be just a topic that you're passionate about that you want to help other people work through and discover and learn from you. Okay, so you may not be doing this to support a business or even to start a business. You just want to talk about your passion, but it can develop into a lot more. So just keep that in mind. So here is the number one thing that will help you sustain your blogging career long term. It'll help you get through the challenging times. It will help you get through the anxiety, the frustration, the overwhelm that comes with building a blog, because it's not all fun and games, right? So the number one thing that's going to get you through those times is your big why. Now, some of you I know who are already coaches have probably worked through this for yourself. But stay tuned in, listen here, listen to me through this portion, because I might say something in a different way that you hadn't thought of before, or just give you some new ideas. It might just trigger a thought in your brain. So stay tuned in here, okay? You do not want to take this question lightly. You do not want to ignore and skip this portion. If you're saying that blogging just sounds like fun and it's something you've always wanted to do, that's not a deep enough reason. That's not going to get you over the hurdle when you don't feel like posting a blog post and there's no money coming in from your blog that month. It sounds like fun. It's not fun anymore. Okay, so that's not going to sustain you long term. So let's dive a little bit deeper into this topic. Let's think about making a dress. How many of you have ever made a dress or sewn a shirt? I know I haven't since I was 9, and I took 4-H, a sewing class. But give me some hearts if you've ever sewn a piece of clothing before, where maybe it was a costume or something, but in the end product, you actually had something that you could wear. So let's see. I know Michelle, right? Michelle, you make tutus. Okay, so you wouldn't make that dress or that shirt or whatever it was, that costume, without knowing a few things first. So first, you want to know, why do you want it in the first place? Right? Do you just want to practice your sewing skills, or are you trying to make a dress for an up-and-coming wedding? Or are you on a budget and it's cheaper to make clothes? Perhaps you want to be the next designer to dress the red carpet, and this is where you start. You're practicing. So you have to know why. You have to know why you're making the dress. Then you have to know, what type of fabric will I use? Are you going to recycle, that old bridesmaid's dress that you hated, but you love the color of it? Are you going to get the most expensive fabric that you can afford? Are you going to shop for sales? Do you want something that's washable, or do you want something that's, dry clean only? You have to know what kind of fabric you're going to use. And what pattern are you going to follow? Is it something that you created yourself, or are you buying a pattern? Are you downloading a pattern from online, from a sewing blog? Okay. And then you have to know, when is your deadline? So when do you need the dress by? When does it need to be complete and ready to wear? So those are just a few things that you have to know to make a dress. And like that, you have to know a few things before you start a blog. You don't just want to throw up a blog haphazardly and expect to make a business out of it. You have to know things. And the number one thing that you need to know is, why do you want to do this? If you're just looking for fame and fortune, that's not enough. Okay? That's not enough. So let's dig deeper. So we're going to look at a few examples. So the first one is Soap Girl. And then we have the Sassy Single Mom, the 40ish Fashionista, the Skincare Superstar, and the Heart-Centered Coach. So the Soap Girl, she and her husband have this cute little soap company, and they make soap out of their home. They package them in their spare bedroom. They have packing stuff all over their house, soap making products all over their house. They have part-time employees that come in a few times a week to help them. They're very organic, family-owned, small business. And she wants to use her blog to show her customers the behind the scenes. She wants to feature her awesome team members, because she wants the customers to know who's packaging their products that they purchased. She wants the customer to feel like they're part of their soap company's family. And she might even ask their opinion. She might use her blog to ask opinions, like, what's the next scent that we should make our soap be? Or which packaging do you like better? That type of thing. So she wants to really involve the customer. And the reason that she's doing it, because she wants to build a business that feels like family. Okay, the Sassy Single Mom. She wants to share life hacks that she has learned to make life easier as a single mom, because life as a single mom is never easy. So she might share lunch packing tips. She might share, how to get from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. without any meltdowns. Laundry hacks, budget hacks, all that type of thing. She just wants to share what she's learned that works to save time and frustration for other single moms. So her reason for her blog is to support other single moms. The 40ish Fashionista, okay, she wants to share outfits, where to shop, how to put outfits together, and tips for good style. And the reason that she thinks she's qualified for that is because people tell her all the time, you look so cute, where did you get that? I love how you put your outfits together. So she was inspired by the compliments to her to share all that type of information with others. And her reason is to empower others with good style. Then we have our Skincare Superstar. She is in direct sales, and she has been successful in network marketing, and she blogs specifically about how to grow network marketing businesses. And it's not specific to her one business industry. It can help anybody who's in network marketing, because it's such a hot topic right now. It's such a popular business model for women who are staying at home or want to get out of their job to start a network marketing business. So our Skincare Superstar wants to share with others how to do it, because her business has been successful and she wants to pay it forward. And then the last one, the Heart-Centered Coach. She's a coach who works one-on-one with her clients, and And she wants to use her blog as a resource for those questions that get asked a lot, and just so she has some place to point her clients and potential clients to so that they can see her work and begin to know, like, and trust her. Her reason is to share value and encouragement to help others see value in themselves. Okay, so all of those reasons were okay for starting their blog or for wanting to have a blog. They're fine, but they're not deep enough. They're not going to sustain them through the struggles. So Soap Girl may get overwhelmed with packing and making soaps that the blog no longer becomes a priority to her. Okay, so just, I want my customers to feel like they're part of my family isn't a deep enough reason for her to sustain when times get tough. And for a blog to be successful, you have to be consistent with posting, okay? So we're gonna dig deeper. I'm gonna give you a couple examples, and then we're gonna talk about how you're going to dig deeper for your big why for your blog. So the skincare superstar. She's grateful for the opportunity that direct sales has offered her, and she wants to teach others how to be successful in direct sales or network marketing. So now we dig deeper. So her why do you want to pay it forward? Okay, that's the first thing that we ask. Well, why do you want to pay it forward? And she says, well, I want to help other women have financial success and time freedom. And then we ask again, but why? Why does that even matter? And then she says, well, I struggled for years to make ends meet financially, and I want to help other women end their struggle too. I know that depression and anxiety that settles in when you're wondering, how am I going to pay my bills? And that seems like a pretty good reason, right? But let's dig a little bit deeper. So we ask why one more time. And she says, when women are financially independent, they live with more joy and love. And the world needs women filled with more joy and love. So that is a big why. Our skincare superstar isn't starting a blog to teach others how to sell. She's starting a blog to help other women reduce the financial stress in their lives so that they can live life with more joy and more love. Don't you like that better? I like that better. Touches my heart. Okay, here's our second example. We have the 40-ish fashionista. And her why, her reason for having a blog was to empower others to have great style. So we ask her, why? And she says, I want to start a blog to show other women that it's not that complicated to put together a great looking outfit. But why? Why do you want to do that? Well, I know when I like my outfits, I feel happy and ready to tackle whatever comes my way. Other women should feel the same. We dig deeper, but why? Why does that matter? If we all feel good about how we look, we will feel empowered and the world will be a kinder, more productive place. But why? One more time. When a woman feels comfortable and confident in herself and understands herself, she's more likely to lift other women up rather than tear them down. Our 40-ish fashionista isn't starting a blog to showcase awesome outfits. She is really starting a blog to empower other women to feel confident and grow in self-love. That's a much bigger why, and one that will keep her motivated when times get tough. She wants to make the world a kinder place, one outfit at a time. So do you see the difference between the surface why and the deeper why? Do you see how that could help you sustain when you're reminded, oh yeah, that's why I'm doing this? Can you give me some hearts if you understand that, why it's so important to dig deep? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so at the beginning when I introduced myself and told you about my blog career, my blogging career, and I mentioned all the fun things and opportunities that I've been able to do because of my blog, I want to share with you that it's not all fun and fancy all of the time. There have been times when I have lost hope and have had major anxiety. I lost major income when my blog ad network literally disappeared. They owed thousands of bloggers, well, I don't know if it's thousands, but hundreds of bloggers money, and they literally disappeared. They went offline without any communication. And I had months of back pay owed to me, and I was unable to collect. It caused a lot of anxiety, okay? I could have quit. I could have said, I'm so fed up. I'm so frustrated with all of this, but I didn't. I struggled personally with my blog topic. Here's another thing that I had to get through. My blog top being fashion and beauty really focuses on your outer beauty. My message was that if you feel good about how you look, it's going to translate into your life in so many ways, okay? But as a Christian woman, it was really quite frowned upon. I heard the message a lot in Bible studies and in sermons that outer appearance doesn't matter. It's the inner beauty that matters, which I agree with 100%, that who you are on the inside is the priority. But I believe that beauty and style elevates a woman to be all that she can be. It helps her to put herself out there. And when she's feeling confident in how she looks, she's braver. So I really struggled for a long time whether what I was doing was an actual sin or not. And I determined that it is not. It's okay for us to like beauty and fashion as Christian women. We don't have to walk around with no makeup and frumpy clothes, right? But it was something that I had to battle for myself within myself, and I had a lot of anxiety over that. But my why kept me going, even in those times of anxiety. Another thing that has happened to me that hasn't been so fun is the tech meltdowns. Those of you who are already feeling overwhelmed about putting a blog up and having to do all that tech, I get it. I totally get it. I've had my share of struggles. I'm still not, that efficient with the actual tech stuff, but I can get it figured out. And that just comes from not allowing my frustration to shut me down. I might have to walk away. I might have to take a break from it, but ultimately it's worth my time because of my big why to figure it out or hire someone to do it for me, right? And the last one that I wanted to share with you is I've had my websites hacked multiple times throughout my time online. I've been online for like 15 years doing various things, and I've had my websites hacked, and there's nothing like the feeling of your blog baby being hacked and it's out of your control and you don't feel like you can do anything. It's super frustrating. Most of the time it's just been like where ads were popping up that weren't supposed to be there and that type of thing. But one time when I had my retail website, it completely shut down my website, and this ugly digital man face was laughing when you went to my URL. And it was horrible. It was just a horrible feeling of violation. And, I could have quit. I could have said, I don't want to deal with this anymore. I'm tired of these malicious bullies from who knows where out in cyberspace messing with me. But I didn't. I kept going. And whether through, so my personal big why is whether through style or blog coaching, my content is created to give women the courage to be authentic in a community of women that thrives by supporting each other. We all deserve to be heard and celebrated. And to me, that's my big why. And I just love so much when I'm reading your stories and how you are unique that you shared in the group. It just touches my heart. It just makes me so proud to know you and to be a part of your life, because I see how, as women who have gone through yucky situations in our lives, we're still plugging away. We're still thriving. We're still going for our dreams, and we're not letting it stop us. That's the community of women that I want to be around. That's who I want in my daily life. So I am creating it. I need it for myself, and I want to develop it for other women that need it as well. So those are the things that keep me going. Now I want to talk about the money why. Some of you may be starting a blog because you want to create an income for yourself. I totally get that, and that is okay if that is your why right now. It will change and evolve over time, but I was the same way. When I started blogging, I started because I wanted to stay home with my kids, and I never wanted to go back to being an employee. And I was able to do that through my blog. So if that's where you are, that's okay. That is your big why. And talk about what having that financial freedom or that extra income is going to mean for you. Get deep into that type of why when you're digging deeper. So your first why might be because I want to make extra income. Well, why? Well, I want to make extra income so that I can afford to pay my bills without stress. Okay? Why? Well, if I can pay my bills without stress, I am going to be a better mom because I'm not freaking out all the time and feeling all wound up, worried about where the bills are coming from. Okay, great. Let's dig a little bit deeper. One more time. Why? If I get extra income, can pay my bills without financial stress, and I reduce my anxiety, I can spend more quality time raising my kids to become productive members of society that are kind and loving to others. You see, when our kids see us as anxious people who are stressed and worried all the time, guess what? They become that way too. So the more we can be financially free, and the more we can live an authentic life that feels good to us, the more we can be the kind of person that we want our kids to become, right? We all want our kids to be better than us. We want the next generation to be better than us. But if we're not better, if we're not being our best self and living up to our potential, how can we expect them to be? So if your why is all about money right now, please don't feel bad about that. Do not feel like you're being a selfish person, because you're not. You are looking to change the world. And if that starts with your bank account, then so be it. Also think about, what organizations might you contribute to when you do have financial freedom and you're able to pay your bills. That's a big one for my husband and I. My daughter has type 1 diabetes and celiac, both autoimmune diseases, and contributing to Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation is huge for us. It's very important for us. And the camp that she goes to, where all the kids have type 1 diabetes, and she's in this community that she feels supported in, and she doesn't feel alone. Everybody there gets her. Everybody understands what she's going through. We don't even understand what she's going through, and we live with her. Right? So being able to support those types of organizations is huge on our list of things that are meaningful to us. So what could you do with your money after you get your bills paid off? And then you can also think about, what else your financial security can do for you. in terms of location, maybe where you want to live, or the freedom of your time. Those types of things can also fall under the umbrella of your financial freedom. Okay, I hope that helps you, because I know I always felt guilt when I got asked that question. Well, why are you doing this? What's your big why? Well, my big why is money. It's just an honest answer. Embrace it and know that it will change when you start to make money. That pressure will be relieved. Okay? So, to wrap up your homework tonight, remember, this is a challenge. Every night you're going to have things to do. And I am going to push you. I want you to push yourself. I want you to do this because you want to do it, not because I'm saying to do it. So remember, I said don't skip this. This is so, so important. This is the foundation of your blog. You have to do this. We are in this to create a business. We are not in this as a hobby. And if you are here as a hobby, maybe this isn't the right challenge for you, because you're going to have a lot of work this week. Okay, so your homework is to dig deep. I want you to write down what you thought was your why. Why am I doing this? Well, to support my current business, or because I want to share about such and such a topic, or because I'm excited about this and I want to share with other people how they can have it too, right? So take that why and dig deep 3 times. Ask yourself at least 3 times why, digging deeper and deeper each time. And then I want you to post your big why in our Digitally Savvy Female Entrepreneurs Facebook group, and love and support and encourage each other. Okay, comment, pick at least 3 people and comment on their big why and encourage them, because we're being really vulnerable here. We're really putting ourselves out there for other people to see our heart when we're posting stuff like that. And it's a closed group, but all the members have, the right to see that, because it's going to be within the group. So it can be a little bit scary for some people, especially if you're an introvert person and you're feeling a little bit insecure about putting yourself out there. So love on each other, support each other, and give feedback to at least 3 people within the group, please. All right, so that's it for today's training. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about your blog topic. Now, for those of you that have been on the email list who signed up for this, a week or so ago, you have received the email that had you already start thinking about your blog topic. Some of you have just signed up literally today. And if that's you, you haven't received those emails yet. So what I want you to do is come up with, what is your blog topic? Just a general sense. Are you going to talk about, fashion for moms? Are you going to talk about skincare products? Are you going to talk about eating, organically? Are you going to talk about exercising without going to the gym? Whatever your broad topic is, figure that out tonight as well if you haven't already done that. I know a lot of you have already popped that into the comments, but I wanted to share that for newbies. And we're going to talk about the number one thing that will determine your blog success. So don't miss the live or the recording tomorrow. And tomorrow I will talk about how you can continue to work with me after this challenge is done. So with that, we're going to go to questions. I'll put my glasses on and we'll scroll back through your comments. And if you have any specific questions about the challenge in general or about today's training, make sure you pop those into the comments. If you are watching the replay, do the same thing. I'll go back through, I'll be watching that, and I'll go back through and answering questions. I do want to remind you, if you are in this to win the free t-shirt, that participating on every video training is one of the mandatory items. So it can be replay or it can be watching it live, but interacting, commenting, hearts, likes, sharing, all of that stuff needs to happen. Also using the hashtag BlogstarChallenge 3 times and tagging at Tammy Gibson Online on Instagram. And that does need to be a public Instagram account. I saw a couple of you who have your Instagram accounts on private. If you are building your blog as a business, you need to take that off private and make it go public, okay? So that, and then have your blog launched by June 3rd. Those are the 3 things that need to happen for you to get that free t-shirt. We do have a winning design. We're going with the gray one with the all-star font and the pink star on it. That was the one that was voted for the most. So I'm going to be putting my order in for that. So they'll be ready for those of you who complete the challenge. I'm excited. All right, so after questions, then I am going to do a little giveaway, and we will be done. Okay, we'll wrap it up. So let me see. Let me just back up here. Okay. These are the hellos. Okay, Sarah, you're in Long Island, and you have beautiful weather. Awesome. Michelle asked, how did you get to work with all those brands? Did you reach out to them, or did they reach out to you? Good question, both. I started blogging before social media was big. I may not have, I think Facebook existed, but Instagram didn't exist. And those, when I talk about social media, you guys, those are kind of the ones that I'm on, and that's really what I'm referring to. I know Twitter's been around, for a long time also. I just don't personally use it. I've never used Snapchat or Periscope. I use Pinterest, but I don't really view Pinterest as a social media. I view it more as a search engine. So anyway, social media is a really, really great tool, Michelle. One tip that I can tell you right now, because Michelle already has a blog and she's been blogging for a while now. You can talk about a product, for example, that you have used, and it's a brand that you like, and you can tag the brand. You can either do it in a post or do it in a story and tag the brand, with your micro blogging review on Instagram. And they often will say thank you, especially in stories. It seems to be a little bit more in stories where they pop in and oh, thanks for the shout out or whatever. And at that point, then Michelle reply back and say, hey, so great, love the product. Who can I contact that works with bloggers and influencers? Okay, so you're asking for the contact person. The person who does social media generally is just a social media manager, unless it's a really small company like you and I, who were doing everything. So usually it's the social media manager, and they can give you the contact information for the person that works with bloggers and influencers. So that's one way that you can reach out to them. Another way is just your content attracts them, the hashtags maybe go to the brands you're interested in working with or that your ideal readers are interested in, and see what hashtags those brands are using and start using those hashtags and, interacting on their space by leaving comments and likes and tagging and all that type of stuff. You're just trying to draw their attention to you, not in an obnoxious, stocky way, but just in a genuine interaction type of way, and make them familiar to you. But I wouldn't sit around waiting, girl. Do not sit around waiting for these people to contact you. You have to reach out to them, and you have to be bold. And don't just reach out, hey, I'd love to work with you. Reach out with a specific idea. 4th of July is coming up. My little girls love, you already make the tutus. So my little girls love sunglasses. So let's work together for a great summer post. I can do this for you, this for you, this for you. What do you say? And then they'll reply back, and maybe they won't reply back, and you'll have to, keep contacting them. Try maybe 3 times and then move on and circle back to them at a later date. Maybe it's just not a good time for them. Okay, so be proactive, Michelle. Got to be proactive. Okay. And Jane is so tired of social media. I know, girl. Sorry. Social media is a job in and of itself, and I've been feeling so overwhelmed by it. Oh, this is such a common complaint, ladies. You're not alone. Michelle was saying that, and Jane agrees. Natalie, for all of us stylists, the instant death of Polyvore. I know, the instant death of Polyvore was awful. Oh, so I did some research, Natalie, and there's a couple in the works to replace it. One's called Chicvore, and they're actually up, but their image thing is not uploading. It's not like a snag the screenshot type thing. It's more of a you upload the URL of the image that you want to use. And I tried it a few times just a couple of days ago and it wasn't working. And it even says on there, be patient with us, we're working on this. So everybody's scrambling to replace it. So hopefully within the next month, we're going to see something that really works to replace Polyvore, because yeah, it was sad. I don't even know how to make my collages anymore. Ooh, I have a big helicopter flying over. Can you hear that? The house is shaking. Hi, Caitlin. Okay, I think it's hi, Amber. Michelle makes tutus and tutu dresses. Jean, I've been overwhelmed with things at home. My blog has suffered no consistency lately. Yeah, me too, Jean. Honestly, you guys, since starting this Blogstar Challenge and Project Blog, which I'm going to tell you about tomorrow, my blogs have suffered huge. It's no lie. But there's priorities and you do the best that you can do. But we're going to talk about content and consistency and stuff on Friday. Friday is going to be our big content day. So we're going to talk about ways that you can help yourself make it more consistent. But I totally feel you. I understand. Thank you, Jane. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Nicole. Hey, Mitz. Okay, that's okay, you're late. Just seeing if there's any questions. Pop your questions in. Okay, so Natalie, you like the idea of uploading? It was just so easy to just click the little screenshot Polyvore thing. Amber asks, what's a good amount to blog? How do we keep a lower number of blog posts without our tribe feeling neglected or forgetting about us? Okay, so Friday we're going to go over content, but I'll just give this to you right now without going too in depth. But I recommend once a week, a good quality, valuable piece of content once a week. And then from that, you extract pieces of it and you use that sprinkled throughout social media that entire week. So once a week, you're creating like 1,200 word blog post. That's, you know, the number that they say is the good number. You know, try to shoot for about 1,200 words. A lot of value in it. And there's a specific structure that we'll be going over for it. But, you know, once a week. Then you send the email out and you engage them on social media. Maybe you do a Facebook Live talking about that piece of content and driving that traffic back to your blog post. So once a week, they'll feel engaged. Okay? And to avoid burnout. Yeah, I think once a week, honestly, it gives you time once a week. Sorry, my glasses are reflecting. It's so distracting to me. On and off all day long. To avoid burnout, you really have to be a planner. That's what's going to help you. It's when you're scrambling at the last minute, oh, I got to get a blog post up, right? They're waiting, they're expecting, they know it's coming, and I don't have it ready. So being on top of it and being a good content planner is really going to help you avoid the burnout. You know what to expect of yourself. And you kind of work it, you know, you can play with it a little bit. If once a week is too much for you, maybe every 10 days would feel a little bit better to you. But if you're prepared and you know what you're going to write about ahead of time, it helps you to get through that. And again, there's a certain structure to it. So when you're thinking about what is that blog post I'm talking about next week, you can start to outline it. And then you're not sitting down and cranking out this huge long blog post all at one time. You kind of do some planning steps to help you, and then it just comes together really nicely. And then you utilize that content throughout different areas throughout email, throughout social media, throughout videos, and you're repurposing it so you're not coming up with brand new content every single day on social media. So that helps with the burnout. It really does. But I hear what you're saying. Natalie, I'm so stuck in overwhelm and narrowing a topic. My main goal is making money. Yep, I hear you, girl. Uh-oh. Ha, push something there. I hear you. Your main goal is making money, and you want to make money from your cabbie. You want to drive traffic there, or do you want to make money specifically from your blog with sponsorships, ads, that type of thing? Kind of clarify that in your own mind. How do you want to make money? All of it, or do you just want to focus on talking to your ideal customer and getting them over to buy your cabbie clothing? Because it's going to be a different structure for you. So really narrow down and decide what that's going to look like for you, and that'll help you make your decision on what type of topic to talk about. Sarah, planning is the cornerstone of all success. Yes, and finding time. The answer made me so happy. Oh, Amber, girl, I love you. Okay, so write down, I've got Amber, Sarah. I forgot to bring a pen, you guys. I'm using my lip pencil to write your names down on my paper. It's a little messy. I want to get everybody that's here and interacting right now. Natalie. Amber, I got. Amber. Natalie. Kimmy. Hi, Kimmy. Michelle. Mitz. Jane. Sorry, this takes a little bit. Ken. Nicole. Ashley. This is going to be messy. I'll be like painting with my fingers. Caitlin. I hope all you girls are still on. Jenny. Jean, Michelle, Sarah. We got Sarah, right? Yes. Jenny. Natalie, Jenny, Jean, Sarah, Tiffany. Okay, I think that's it. Amber, did I get Amber? Yeah, I got Amber. Okay, if you did not hear me say your name, write it in the comments right now. I'm here. Jess came on. Who said that? Let me find you. Beth. Hey, Beth. I didn't see that you were on here. Beth. Okay. That was Beth that said that. Okay. All right, girls. I forgot to be prepared for this portion. I apologize. I usually have like sticky notes and pens, and then I put them all on a thing, and I'll do that next time. But so here we're going to go. I'm closing my eyes. Here's all your names. Closing my eyes. And I'm going to pick, whose name did I land on? Beth. So Beth, honey, I'm buying you a coffee today, girl. I'm going to send you over a $5 Starbucks gift card for you to use at your convenience. It'll just be like an e-thing that you print, and you can bring that in and they scan it, and you can enjoy a cup of coffee on me. Okay? Thank you so much, ladies, for being here. I appreciate that. And I'm excited for this week. So we have to start off with the mindset and the big why to really get you started. But the rest of the week, it's going to be really practical, actionable things. So don't miss any of the lives, and don't think that this is all going to be mindset stuff, but we have to start at the beginning because that's foundation, okay? So it's great being here with you. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your interaction. If you're watching the replay, make sure you're leaving likes and comments, and I'll be looking forward to reading your big whys in the Digitally Savvy Female Entrepreneurs group. Love to you all. See you tomorrow. Bye. Bye. Thank you. See you later.